If you're tuning in right now, you happen to be watching the world's truest source for hip hop news, black culture, sports, and of course the best reaction videos on the net. I'm talking about Kofi's Universe. If you haven't already subscribed, it's your chance to hit that button now before I hit this blunt. Bada.
YouTube, salute! I'm here with my album review of Benny the Butcher's Burden of Proof. It's finally here, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, enemy, Burden of Proof. Let's go. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. Also, cast your vote for Kofi's Universe 2020 Lyricist of the Year Award. You can nominate your top 10 rappers of 2020. The link is in the description. And check out new interviews with Jaja Soze from the UK, Kim Bada, Razkaz, R.A. the Rugged Man. You can find those interviews in the interview playlist. All right, y'all, let's dive into this project. The entire album is produced by Hit Boy, mastered by Young Guru. Yes, Young Guru, who did great mastering behind Jay-Z's Blueprint album, the Black album, so many other albums like Benny Siegel album. The list goes on and on and on. Hit Boy brings the best out of Benny the Butcher on this album, and Benny brings the best out of Hit Boy. So they go hand in hand. We have 12 tracks on the album, right? 40-minute duration, which is balanced. That's all we really needed. The features we have is Freddie Gibbs, Rick Ross, Big Sean, Lil Wayne, Don Kennedy, Queen Naja, and we also have West Side Gun and Conway the Machine. That's all the features we have. So let's break this album down. Excuse me. So the first track, Burden of Proof. Burden of Proof, Benny rapping over a boom bap track, and he's just going in, letting it be known, like, hey, I'm here. You thought I was gonna actually not drop some shit? Please, I have some shit in the tank. Don't worry about it. And Benny's letting everybody know, I'm here, y'all. Y'all thought the plugs I've met was something, you ain't seen shit yet. Then he starts to actually just give you his chapter in his book of what's going on. Like I call this as a chapter of his book he's writing, because anytime a rapper comes out with an album, it's just a chapter of their life. The book is their whole catalog. So this chapter right here, he's just going in. Of course, he's telling his street tales. He's actually showing some maturity too. When you have tracks like Timeless, things that happen in your past, and you realize that you actually elevated to move forward. You have tracks like Trade It All. I mean, he would give it all up, all the wealth, just to bring back his friends. Thank God I made it. Being thankful that he didn't die or he didn't end up in the jail for the rest of his life. So that's actually showing his mature side. You have tracks when he's featured with Rick Ross, Where Would I Go? One Way Flight. Now, even though this is featuring Freddie Gibbs and Rick Ross, but these tracks has that Jay-Z 1996 Reasonable Doubt vibe. The feeling is right there. And I'm like, wow, very impressive that to see Benny really reaching his bag. But he's going through a time portal, going to the late 90s, bringing us something else that we wanted for a long time. It's hard to tap into that era, but Benny's tapping into a whole new decade, but actually making us reminisce about that era. So there is a difference. Some of my favorite tracks on this album I heard so far will be Sly Green. I love that. I love also Over the Limit with Don Kennedy. That's a powerful track. Legend. Legend is one of Benny Butcher's new single. And he has a video out yet, but I haven't did a reaction to it, but it's dope. I love that track because he's saying people keep talking about he's gonna be a legend, but he said, fuck it, I'm a legend now. Like, give me my flowers, give me my boutique, you gonna give me that shit now. Don't wait till I die. I'm calling me a legend now. Do I think Benny the Butcher is a legend in the rap game right now? I think he's more of a legend through the Buffalo era city. Yes, because he's made it him with Conway and West Side Gun has done. But in the rap game, it's still too early because you still want to be consistent and still drop great music. Legends I consider is like KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Nas, Ice Cube, Ice T, Snoop Dogg, people like that on that type of level. Cool G Rap, Redman, Method Man, the list goes on and on and on. Nas, but right now, Benny is moving forward. This album is totally different from Tana Talk. You call it Tana Talk 3. The Plugs I've Met that came out last year in June 2019. It's the vibe is totally different. You don't have DJ Shay, Alchemist, Derringer. You don't have those type of beats he's flowing on. The production is totally different, but it's still a great vibe that you get to actually hear Benny's, being very vivid and remorseful, just to let it all out. But at the same time, though, it's a beautiful, beautiful story on wax. And I love Burden of Proof. And I can just tell right here, he's just warming up. Remember, Benny has another album coming out, The Plugs I Met 2, produced by Harry Fraud. Then he has Tana Talk 4 and 5 going to come out together. That's going to come out in 2021. And that's going to be produced by everybody as far as like Derringer, Alchemist, all kind of other surprises he have too. Now, production wise, let's grade that. I give the production a 9.5. Hit Boy, he did a great job. His production on this album is better than King's Disease, what he did for Nas, and Big Sean new album. His production is way better. Like, I think this is the best production I've heard from Hit Boy since Nipsey's Hustle, Victory Lap. He's up there with that. So the track I don't like on this album the most is Timeless. Even though Lil Wayne and Big Sean has some dope verses on this, I don't really care for that track. I felt like it was very mediocre, and I guess it was like a filler track. I'm just being honest with you. I have to critique something. The people, oh, that shit is hard. Okay, well, okay, that to me, I gotta critique something. So that track right there, I felt that, I felt that they could have had two other people on that track being featured. They could have maybe had BSF on that track. They could have went and maybe grabbed, damn, put Young Jeezy, T.I., like, I don't know, put somebody else on that track, Timeless, whatever. I feel like Big Sean and Lil Wayne, don't get me wrong, it's nothing against them, but I felt that it was just the vibe of them on that track it felt out of sync. That's me. But overall, the production on this album is great. Lyricism. I'm gonna say, the lyrics is like an 8.8, man. Benny he ain't stopping. He's nonstop flight, going everywhere. He steps his bars up more, which everybody's very happy about. It's like it's limitless when he raps, and you never hear a weak verse from Benny. That's one thing I love about that. Creativity, Benny stepped it up. He stepped it up with creativity, so I do give him that. Now, he's not rapping about social justice issues. And that's not a knock on him, so don't get mad at him. But I feel like he came with different themes, and as far as like throughout songs, and his topics was actually great, and I love that. But he still kept it raw, gutter, gritty, street, dope. But at the same time, he's still having a backstory of everything he's doing. So we'll give him that. So overall, how do I grade this album? Not compared to other albums or his previous work. I give this album an 8.5, man. This album is an 8.5 out of 10. This album right here is one of the best albums of the year. This is up there with Conway's The Machine, From King to a God, Ari the Rugged Man. Yes, All My Heroes Are Dead. This album is always up there. It's up there with Kambada, LSD. This album is up there with it's John Connor, SOS. If you haven't heard that, that's another great album right there. And this album is also up there with it's one more album. So many albums been dropping this year. So if I missed the album, I'm not being disrespectful, y'all. Just so much has been going on. Maybe Shay Noor album and Elzai. Elzai never made a whack album. So he's up there with some top albums this year. I'm so happy that Benny dropped this album. I wasn't disappointed. I'm actually happy. I'm actually impressed with everything. So if you heard this album, please let me know in the comment section what you think about the album. Are you feeling it? Why? Why not? elaborate. If you haven't heard it, the album is available on all digital music platforms. Please go download or purchase the album. You can also go to Benny Butcher Instagram. You can purchase the album on CD, vinyl, tape. Because some people want to actually have, you know, a history of the album or albums. That's what they're doing now, which I love. So let me know, y'all. Post your comments below. Hulk smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content live. If you want to support and donate to the channel, I have Patreon, patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, Stream Apps, everything in the description. Until next time, salute.